The Light Chasers, a story of solar panels. In a quiet laboratory in Paris, 1839, a young boy named Edmond Becquerel watched sunlight pour through the window. Curious, he tinkered with wires, chemicals, and metals, noticing something magical. Light made the materials move. Not with gears or heat, but with an invisible force. He called it the photovoltaic effect, though he didn't yet know he'd sparked humanity's journey toward harnessing the sun. Years later, in 1883, an American inventor named Charles Fritz stood under a cloudless sky. He held a strange, shimmering contraption, selenium coated in gold. With it, he had created the first solar cell, a feeble thing that could barely power a light bulb. People laughed. "Who needs the sun when coal burns bright?" they said. But Fritz wasn't laughing. He knew this was the beginning. Decades passed. In 1905, Albert Einstein unveiled the secret behind light's power. He called it the photoelectric effect. Light as particles, not just waves. His discovery electrified science, but the world was still too busy digging coal and pumping oil to listen. Then came the 1950s. Deep in the labs of our Bell telephone, scientists Chapin, Fuller, and Pearson stumbled upon something revolutionary. Silicon. It turned sunlight into electricity with an efficiency no one had seen before. Suddenly, the impossible seemed achievable. In 1958, solar panels flew beyond Earth itself, powering the Haute Vanguard Y satellite, a tiny machine orbiting silently, its panels drinking in the sun's energy. The world below began to notice. By the 1970s, the energy crisis struck, and coal grew costly. People looked upward. They remembered the sun, vast and eternal. Scientists worked feverishly, crafting better cells, lowering costs, and spreading panels like seeds across rooftops. Clean energy, they said, from the star that gives us life. Now, in the 21st century, cities sparkle with glassy panels. Satellites, cars, and entire buildings hum with solar power. In deserts, vast solar farms bloom, their panels turning to face the sun like fields of sunflowers. And if you look closely, you'll still see Edmond Becquerel, Charles Fritz, and the Bell scientists in the sunlight, pioneers chasing the light, their dream finally fulfilled. A world powered not by smoke, but by the golden rays of the endless sky. The sun had always been there, waiting for us to reach out. And at last, we did.